Today is block number 2. 4. Yeah, is it visible? Slide is visible?
No, sir.
I think it should be. Is it not? Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Still not.
No.
What is the problem? What is the problem? Now?
No, sir. It's not visible.
Yet not. Today net is not properly working. But from my side it is shared. Not visible?
No, sir.
सर अब दिखाई दे रही है.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
now we can see you, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible now.
Yeah, because here bandwidth is very low today because of bad weather. That's why it to take time, more time. So today's topic is training practices, training to whom and how, why and when. These all will be discussed in this today's topic. So first we will take unit number 5 of block number 2 of MES-084, and that is science training approaches in early childhood education. In this unit, we will discuss science training, or what is the science. First, what is the science, and then science training. Then, what are the needs of science training approaches? Contributions of two special contributor, that is Montessori and Froebel, because they have contributed a lot as far as pre-education and childhood care education is concerned. Different activities for science trainings. What are the activities are required for science training? Then science training approach in designing learning activities for free school children's. Last but not least, we will try to evaluate preschool children progress in learning. We will understand how to evaluate the progress of children in terms of learning. So first, that is sense. Can anybody tell what is sense? Am I audible? Yeah, what is sense? You must
Yes, sir.
have several time. My sixth sense indicated me. What is sense basically? I'm giving one hint. It is a psychological term.
Maturity level, sir.
Well,
Understanding.
understanding and any other else?
Ability of brain, sir.
Ability of
Brain to adopt
brain
some, yeah.
to adopt some signals and some
So,
kind of alarm.
yes, sir. Sort of
Yes,
whatever sense organs.
yes.
Yeah.
Whatever our organs allow or allow to the children to do that.
Yes, sir.
So basically, science is psychological term, and it's relate to your body organism which direct the brain to do several things. Some may be bad, some may be good. So the role of parents as well as teachers become more important because science can be modified, molded in a positive direction. So in this particular topic, we will discuss in detail what is the need of science. So, psychological researches have shown that we do not understand the external world in a simple, automatic way. Rather, we actively construct our interpretation of sensory information through a complex process. Means it is a kind of in human body there is a kind of alarm or sensory information, but it is not a simple way. It is a very complex process because for a function, our mind gives several directions, maximum many of directions, and that directions comes at a point and become a action. Then second need of science training, psychologists clarify this by distinguish between two key concept: sensation, perception. Sensation is concerned with the initial contact between organism and their physical environment. Sensation focus on describing the relationship between various forms of sensory stimulation and how these inputs are registered by our sense organs. Sense organs means your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. These sense organs first feel by touching, by smelling, by contacting So before to topic in detail, we should, as a teacher, we should all aware that there are five sense organ of the child: their eyes, their ears, nose, tongue, and skin. So in contrast, the study of perception is concerned with identifying the process through which we interpret and organize this information to produce our conscious experiences of object and relationship among objects. So it is important to remember that perception is not only simply a passive process of decoding incoming sensory information. Means if we talk about like sense training, then three are most important. One is concept, that is, and second is senses, and third is perception. And all three are interlinked to each another. Yeah, I think it is a big. So, what are views of these two important philosophers or educationists? One is Froebel and second is Maria Montessori. Although we have discussed the philosophy of these two philosophers, their educational inputs, their methodology for teaching learning, and their contribution in terms of opening of their specific school. Means Froebel opened kindergarten and Maria Montessori opened so many preschool education that are known as Montessori, and both are exist still now. So for science training, what Froebel said, we all know that Froebel is the founder of kindergarten. He has visualized it as a place where the young children could grow like a flower and nourished with appropriate experience. And you all are aware that these child grow like a flower under the supervision of gardener. And the place of that environment means preschool was known as kindergartens. So as per Froebel philosophy, schools are means kindergarten are the place where the child nourished by the teacher, by the environment, and that too with natural belongingness, natural environment, providing these experience to train the sense. He said, as far as this sense training is concerned, providing these experience to train the senses and emotions was perceived as one of the aim of kindergarten, because there is a good environment to train the senses and emotions of the child, and that is with the supervision of trained teachers. You all know that specific training is given to the kindergarten teachers because their method of teaching is kind of play method, and for that teacher should be trained enough. The atmosphere of the kindergarten, Froebel felt that there should be one of freedom, means play and joy. And play and joy foster self-expression of the child. There were to be no books or fixed cognitive task for the children. Yes, of course, experiences in expression were to be given through song, movement, and constructions. And these all activities like song, movement, construction activities, these all develop the senses and emotions of the child. So he was the follower, he was the thinker that the senses can be developed at kindergarten age, means 0 to 6 years. Similarly, the another educationist, you all of you know the more about the Montessori, because we have discussed many more about the Maria Montessori when she came and what she did and what was the contribution of Maria Montessori. But what she said about sense training. So Maria Montessori system of education was based on her firm belief that to influence society we must turn to child. Out of comes the importance of nursery schools, is the little ones who are building our future and they can work on the materials we give them. Also emphasis on a playway method that to through various activities. Contribution both Froebel and as well as Montessori means to understand the science training at preschool education level was very significant. Next is further what Maria Montessori said. See, main premises of Montessori education are as follows. Children are to be respected as different from adult and as individuals who differ from each other. Means individual difference should be taken care while teaching in the classrooms. And we should, means as a teacher, we should respect each and every learner, ability. Children possess an unusual sensitivity and intellectual ability different of the adult. We cannot expect more. They are not as adult they can do. To absorb and learn from environment both in quality and quantity. So we should understand the child because the learning ability as far as quality and quantity may and opinion for proper training of Montessori school teachers. And there are so many senses, means visual sense. It also developed through peer grouping. Chromatic sense, it's related to environment of schools. Stereoscopic or tactile muscular sense means it's related to skin and touching. Balance sense, auditory sense, sense, and so these are the senses and by which child understand, child learn in the kindergarten, in the Montessori school. Next, there is a science training approach. As you know, there are and teaching is the concept of five senses in school. Child can be challenged. As a teacher, we all have to ask ourselves certain questions such: does your preschool child use their 5 senses? What are the 5 senses? Forget or remember? Five senses are ear, eyes, nose, skin. So, as a teacher, we should be aware about these 5 senses, because by knowing these senses, we will be able to understand the knowledge level of child and various issues related to learning of the child. And most preschool children use their sight primarily, followed by their hearing. Preschool children can learn investigate the world around them using all 5 of their senses. But teacher is ready to guide the child. Also ready to use 5 senses. But something is also required for the development of the child, that is needed. Material means in a school, there should be a proper equipments, playway, toys, make the teaching learning process enjoyable. Third is procedure. Yes, you all are aware, procedure kind of teaching learning method to develop the 5 senses. Counting senses, although we should be able to mold the child or to motivate the child enough to use all 5 senses for that learning. But sometimes some may be visually challenged and some may be hearing challenged. So we should guide the child to take the maximum senses for learning. Yes, for the we have given to the child for learning also take important place for to know at what level the child should understand, child should learn. Discuss there are senses are related. Talk about senses, ability of sense means texture painting, touch the book and touch the other equipment which are related to learning like pen, pencil, touch the many other things. There is particular sense for even craft. Sight related, and because of the sense of sight, the science experiment is developed. Experiment ability is developed within the child. It should also provide the see and recognize, visualize, and craft. Smell, sense of smell. As a teacher, you were observing days after day, all that. Next day, we will we should make a plan for sense of sight, then sense of smell, then sense of taste, and sense of hearing. So these are the different five senses, and accordingly, the activities are given slides. And as a teacher, we divide into the days. Child about the sense of touch. Today, the demonstration like sight. The most important thing is that as a teacher, we should develop environment wherein then there are all these senses may develop among all the child of the classroom. So, these senses be developed through various kind of reinforcement. Punishment is important for reinforcement. Five senses can be in the child by putting together a book which the children can take home. Means you can give the book to the child at every kind of reinforcement. And the child holding up five fingers and paste it on our page of their book. Means by doing this, we are developing the sense of touch. They should be motivated to write the title, My Five Senses. See that various kind of reinforcements be given to the child, developing all five senses. Even they can be given kind of foods and sweets, pictures. Pictures doing related.
Sir,
Yes. Hello. Is there any question? My voice is breaking because of internet connectivity. Okay. Yeah, because today I tried, but here it is very low. Either we can hold this discussion tomorrow or wait for minutes. Is it? Am I audible
Yes, sir.
properly? Because internet connectivity is still low. Okay, let us try whatever we can cover. Otherwise, we will see what we can do.
Okay, sir.
So, so first unit was about the sciences of the child and how we can foster as a teacher. In the second unit, that is model kindergarten program stories, music times, means the model kindergarten program what are and what are the activities being taken place for the all round development of the child. And this topic we will discuss the curriculum framework of model kindergarten programs and what are the importance of art, play, kindergarten, what are the activities to promote the development of the child, and how to assess the different training practices. So, we have discussed a lot about the kindergartens, but if we talk about the model kindergarten, so there are the key objective of kindergartens, and they are to foster good physical development, sufficient muscular coordination, and essential motor skills in the child, to kindle the child's intellectual curiosities and give opportunities for intellectual development, to promote the child's creativity by providing him or her with sufficient opportunities, to develop sound habit, health habits, basic skills which are needed for dressing themselves, even many day-to-day habits like eating habits, sleeping habits, to develop the emotional maturity of the child by guiding them to express, understand, accept, and control their feelings and emotions, to inculcate desirable social manners and moral values, to encourage the aesthetic appreciation through the various activities like music, arts, and many other related activities, to enable the childs to perform in a team, and that can be developed through peer groups and playway methods. And these skills are also necessary for doing some teamwork. The model kindergarten curriculum is centered on the four goals of learning. And what are the four goals? Means concept attainment, skill development, attitude formation, and knowledge acquisition. So, in the modern kindergarten curriculum, these four goals have to be attained in the preschools. As far as the curriculum is concerned, the aims of curriculum to achieve its
प्रिय विद्यार्थी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप तक? हेलो, मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, जो आज का सेशन है ये अभी यहीं पर ही क्लोज कर रहे हैं। जो रिमेनिंग पार्ट है इसका फिर आगे एक स्पेशल सेशन के अंतर्गत इसको कवर कर।
Okay. We will get the mail for the special session.
नहीं, वो अगर अलग से कोई सेशन रखा है डे में तो आपको इन्फॉर्म किया जाएगा। अगर जो कंटिन्यूशन में ही अगर समय को बढ़ा के कराया जाएगा तो वो बता दिया जाएगा।
Okay. Thank you,
जैसे
sir.
मान लें कल है तो आधा घंटा एक्स्ट्रा ले सकते हैं, अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर स्पेशल होगा तो मेल आ जाएगी
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
आपको।